If we have, for an example, private development, like we do our site in Abingdon, for an example, kind of launch that off plan. So we launch sales before it's even finished, so we can build interest and actually sell units before the building's finished. But it's in a location that we're not that active in. So for us to de-risk that, we want to understand what sort of interest would be in that area. And to do that, we do something called pre-launching an ad to express interest on a building. This is all to help you if you are not confident about a location from a HMO perspective, or you've got a HMO in an area and you kind of want to get a head start. So this is basically advertising before something's ready or launched, or even potentially moved into that particular location. We're very active now, so we kind of have a good flavour of where demand is built. But this is, for an example, for our scheme in Longhambra, where we've got stock coming to market. If we have, for an example, private development, like we do our site in Abingdon, for an example, kind of launch that off plan. So we've launched sales before it's even finished, so we can build interest and actually sell units before the building's finished. This is exactly the same with rentals. The unique thing about Longhambra is it's tiny location, very close to Woodstock and fairly close to Whitney, fairly close to Oxford as well, but it's in a location that we're not that active in. So for us to de-risk that, we want to understand what sort of interest would be in that area, and to do that, we do something called pre-launching an ad to express interest on a building, exactly the same as you would pre-selling units or even whatever it may be.
Sorry to interrupt. If you're new here, this video has probably been pulled from one of our live video broadcasts where we show insights into our 6, 7, and 8-figure businesses. We're live every week showing the inner workings of our business, sharing tips, templates, and strategies that you can take away and use in your own business to help you grow and be more profitable. If you've not checked it out yet, head over to the live section on our YouTube channel where you can see all of the back catalogue of videos where we cover everything that you need to be a successful entrepreneur and a property developer. Back to the video.
But anyway, essentially our block in Longhambra is 14 lettable bedrooms, which is 5 cluster HMO flats. And evidently when that's finished, which is only weeks away, that's going to be quite a lot of space to fill. I believe that actually the gross rent roll is something like 12 grand a month. So we want to make sure that every week we make sure it counts. That's like 3 grand a week in gross revenue that you're not targeting if you're not getting that let as soon as you can. And that opportunity cost is absolutely huge. So about a month ago, we launched this advert to say we've got stock coming to Longhambra. There's no wishy-washy images of what we're doing. It's just particularly a targeted ad to resource interest. So we've got 14 lettable bedrooms. If we have a 50% success rate, we filled that accommodation. So as you can see, now knowing that we've got comfort, now knowing that we've got an inquiries list, now knowing that we can host an open day the day that we possibly can get it let out. One thing that's really, really important is when people move properties, it's normally triggered by work, end of tenancy, or personal situations. Those timings, you may be missing out on 15 of those inquiries if you're not pre-launching and going, actually, we've got something coming to market. Bear with us a couple of weeks. We'll show you it then, and then you can then move in. So it's capturing predated market, obviously current market, and then ongoing for future market as well. So highly recommend getting advertised sooner. It's the same as selling. You're basically just obviously advertising a rentable place. If you're not sure about a location, you can put out what is called a dummy ad. That's what we did for Longhambra, and we now got a really good list to go through to let that out as our first one in Longhambra and hopefully fill it pretty quickly. And like I say, if that just saves us a week or 2 weeks, it's like 3 to 6 grand that we could be making just being on top of things.
If you got value from this video, make sure you click the subscribe button down below and ring the notification bell because we release one video at least every week, so you'll be the first to get notified. See you on the next one.